All right, welcome to Section8Consulting.com. Today we're going to be discussing some of the services we offer, taking a short tour of our website, and then we're going to describe some of those services so you know what's appropriate to book for you, what to expect, and, offering a short number of services allows us kind of divide up clients by the problem they may have, which is good to know, especially before we meet you. So, here's our website, www.section8consulting.com, and it's a pretty good site. It talks about me a little bit here. And I'm going to just go over some brief stuff here. As y'all may know, my name is Jay Roulette. Around 22 years experience, so clearly we need to update the website a little bit. Have a pretty excellent rate with clients. We work with around 800 to 1,000 a year. Applicants, tenants, landlords, and getting people in low-income housing, helping them navigate the system, and a whole wide range of issues. Anything related to Section 8 housing, low-income housing, affordable housing, the Housing Authority, HUD, and so on, is pretty much my expertise, okay? My consulting experience includes reading thousands of Housing Authority and continuum of care manuals covering everything from Section 8 housing applications, operations, procedures, policies, procedures, assessment tools, HIMS systems, and also algorithmic data. The data manuals, and including every piece of HUD and also House legislation, Title 24, U.S. Federal Code, Code of Federal Regulation, and so you see there's a lot there, including directors' reports and other types of manuals, many of which are underwritten by companies like Indiana McKay. So now we've had that brief discussion as to what my expertise is. You see that I'm not an entertainer on YouTube. I don't entertain. I'm a consultant, and I'm actually a very good one. I think that most of you can look on Google, Yahoo, and so on. I rank number one in every category. There's a very good reason for that. You don't last this long unless you're exceptional at what you do. All right, I'm moving on back up. So we're going to go up here to appointments, and we discuss the meat of the situation. Look, guys, in every video we put our information in the description of the video. We also put it in the comments section, and so it allows you to see everything from our Google reviews to reviews here. There's 257 here. We, as a company, do not have the ability to remove or change people's reviews, okay? Just to be clear, this is the reputation line that we have for the reviews with this software, and also the same thing on Google, okay? So the reputation does precede itself. Now, one thing about high demand is we are definitely on high demand, but not extreme. Through the pandemic, there was a 2-month wait. We're down to about a week wait, which is pretty average. I think most people can wait a week. But keep in mind, we do afford people emergency appointments if you want to book that. Now, I'm going to skip over to the development side of this. This way we can look into things real quick. One of the first things we just now started offering is a lifetime membership only to a limited 100 people. And really, this is not a gimmick. It's simply a way for a company to offer you big discounts against our services year-round rather than us having to post sales every holiday, okay? So we take a look real quick. Occasionally we have a little trouble here, but it looks like we're coming through. So, booking this particular lifetime membership will grant you a 15-minute consultation once a year for an eternity, okay? That's the deal in itself, and generally will save you $45. The second thing is, if you purchase a 30-minute consult, you may upgrade that to emergency appointment. So in other words, when you book that 30-minute appointment and you pay for that cost, we'll upgrade you to the emergency where we can book you. What we're going to do is upgrade it, and then you'll have the appointment within a few hours. Now, there's one caveat to that. The software does not allow you to just simply book a time real quick like that. So you're going to have to choose a random day and time, and then our office within an hour will change it back to today or the day that you book it, and you should expect to hear from us within 4 hours. Moving on from there, purchase of 4 months casework. Now, we offer 1 month, 4 month, and 6 months, and I'm going to give you an explanation of that here in just a second. Let's go back to services here. And 1 month. That is appropriate. If you're out here looking for vouchers and stuff like that, that's not going to be appropriate. Okay, that would be a mythical amount of time, 1 month. We cannot do it in a month. A month is for people that have other issues going on that don't require a voucher. Maybe you have struggles with your landlord. Maybe you have some other issues with the Housing Authority, and it's not related so much to you actually receiving or getting a voucher. 4 months of casework. That is good for those of you that are older, seniors, disabled, dealing with issues with homelessness or domestic violence. Okay, if you're under about 40, then I would recommend that you book 6 months, okay? You're going to have less preferences in your case, and it simply is going to take longer probably to be able to work through the process and educate. My job mostly is consulting, but we do assist people with the process of getting vouchers. Clearly, that's what all this is about. So 1 month, 4 months, and 6 months, those are the ones in consideration. And of course, you get a 15% discount with the lifetime membership. Now we offer shorter consults, and sometimes we will open sales. Right now, 15 minutes at 30% off, so it's $35. And then for those of you that have more to talk or discuss about, or maybe you're just long-winded, you can book 30 minutes. I won't put any greater time than 30 minutes because honestly, I don't even want to be trapped on a phone for an hour straight, okay? Same thing with landlords and investors. Those of you looking to enter the market, you can book 15 minutes or you can book 30 minutes. Also for landlords, at the very bottom, we offer 2 weeks and 4 weeks. It is strongly advised that you speak to me first. Do not book that without speaking to our office on a short consult. We're not going to do hundreds of hours of research and market reports for you just because you booked that, okay? You wouldn't even come close. We offer some limited but very good services. Now, considering that we have worked with probably over 500 landlords over the years with properties ranging from $100,000 to $40 million, I know what needs to be done in order to educate you, as a landlord and an investor. And we can do some preliminary and basic research for you to see whether or not you're going to get a good return on investment. We can negotiate with housing authorities. There's a lot of things we can do. But as far as trapping our office into doing hundreds of hours of research, that's never going to happen. If you book that and then you want us to write a thesis, we're not doing that, okay? You've got the wrong kind of consultant. I'm not going to waste my time, and $500 wouldn't cover that, okay? So that kind of gives us a summary of what we're offering now. One of the things to tell you guys, when you're booking appointments and all, we are going to be under a 5-page contractual agreement that will require your signature. This is a legally binding contract. This is not a bar napkin agreement. Again, I'm not an entertainer, I'm a consultant, so we will definitely be under contract. Second of that, we use client management systems, CMS. And there we're going to be asking a number of questions for those of you that are engaging or need assistance with a number of issues, including getting vouchers. And in that, we're going to perform KYC, which is Know Your Customer, and require some identification, military ID, passport, driver's license ID, something. So we need to be able to identify who you are. You cannot remain anonymous. Those of you that book appointments and you put your name as Lollipops or Flying Kitten, that's not acceptable. You'll either reveal your real name during the appointment or we'll terminate it, okay? I understand privacy, but we can't work with people that are going to just completely remain anonymous. We had a problem with that yesterday. A fellow named Admid, and I ended up just giving that fellow his money back because you can see clearly he's not all there, and I don't have time for that, okay? I'm willing to work with clients, whether you have schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever it is, as long as that if you're struggling with issues mentally or developmentally, or maybe you have Asperger's and other issues, I would love to work with you, okay? But it's important that when you contact and book appointments with our office, that you make sure you're having your best day, okay? That way we don't run into strange territories. There are very few consultants that want to work with people that may be suffering through drug addiction or mental health issues or developmental issues. In fact, most consultants will flat out just refuse those kind of consults. I do. I just ask that you please be reasonable. Always make sure you're trying to have your best day when we have consults. That way we can work together and get what you need done, and you don't have to be discriminated against by other companies, okay? Beyond that, we do run the occasional sale, and as you can see up here, we're running one where you're getting $35 a consult, which really is just a money loser for me, but it allows you all a great opportunity there. We've also spent 10 years on YouTube making videos. At this point, I think we're probably approaching 500. So I've educated for free and advocated for free on YouTube as a means to teach people for many, many, many years. And one thing I'm going to bring up, guys, is we will be facing my retirement at the 25th year, which pretty much in 2 years will equal 25 years in the industry, and I will be retiring. So I'm going to tell you that if you're considering doing something, I would strongly advise that you decide what you're going to do soon, because once I leave this, there's not many consultants left. Now, there are consultants that do 403k consulting, okay? That's a HUD specialist. and those guys handle building acquisitions and all that. They don't really deal with tenant issues and landlord issues. They just deal with building the building and its codes and other issues, which I don't do, okay? I deal with the tougher part. And that's, it's not so much about compliance, but just helping people navigate the system. It's very difficult. Well, guys, I've kind of enjoyed making this, and I want to give you a quick update. As many of you know, a big part of our channel is I always believe, I really don't care about the level of professionalism or lack of it with it. It's a YouTube channel, and I prefer to run it the way I want. I own it. It's mine. I'm going to run it the way that I want to. You guys will mostly find that I'm a very forward person. I don't pull any punches, and sometimes there's a little bit of profanity. If that offends you, you can simply go somewhere else. Number two, we often discuss cats. I rescue them. That's a big part of our channel, and I think that anybody that's a pet lover would understand that. I'm not going to hide that. I include it in my business. They often show up in my videos. So if you enjoy that, then you'll enjoy me. If you don't enjoy it, then I'm sure you can find somebody that's an expert in fidget spinners and baking cakes to help you get housing. It won't be me, okay? I've enjoyed talking with you guys, and I look forward to working with y'all for the remaining time before my retirement. And if you have any questions about these type of services that we offer, you can reach out to me. And last, I tell you, anytime there's an issue of concerns of our company, you may contact the Department of Justice or FBI to see whether or not we have any liens, holds, judgments, or any other practices that are ill-advised, okay? And I think that I already know we all know the answer to that, but you'd be hard up to find most companies willing to brag about that on the video. I am, okay? I've enjoyed talking with you today, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.